Worry about where your feet are right now. I used to fight MMA growing up. Last year I had my first professional fight, actually. I've done grappling tournaments, I've done Muay Thai fights, right, striking. And all the training you do in the world doesn't prepare you for that moment when you step into the ring and you're faced with an opponent who wants to knock you out and take your fucking head off, right? The best thing you can do in that moment is to be as present and as aware as possible. As soon as you start thinking 2, 3, 4 steps ahead, okay, he's going to do this, so I'm going to do that, boom, you get punched in the face, boom, you eat a kick, right? And that shit hurts. You don't want to eat those kicks. You don't want to get punched in the face. So the workaround to that is to be present, right? Be in the moment. When I'm in the moment, you're taking deep breaths. You see the punches coming. You could slip them. You can move out of the way. You could throw a kick of your own. When you start to think too far ahead, you input too much information to your brain and it overwhelms you. And that's when we start to experience resistance in our lives, right? Whether that's in dating, whether that's in business, whether that's in economics, right? Whether that's in your money, right? So in dating, for example, last year, I couldn't talk to a girl. You believe that? I was at a fundamental disalignment with myself where I was in it for the wrong reasons. Because I was thinking from the end of the goal. I was thinking to a point where, okay, I want to be able to be good with women so I can have this X end results, so I can have this relationship, so I can have this number of partners, right? When really, I wasn't focused on where my feet were right then. What I should have been focused on is, okay, how can I approach this girl? How can I talk to this girl that I'm interested in? And that took me 6 to 8 grueling months to learn. 6 to 8 months just to learn how to speak to a girl, to get over that first initial hurdle. And I don't know if you've ever watched these Olympic races where they're jumping these hurdles, right? So they're running, they jump the first hurdle, they jump the next hurdle, they jump the next hurdle. As you gain momentum in the race, the hurdles become progressively easier. But if you're not focused on where your feet are in that moment, you will still trip over the hurdles. And you see it all the time when they're doing those races, right? So, for example, you learn how to talk, you learn how to open a conversation with a girl, how to deliver a compliment, right? How to take rejection. That's the first hurdle done. What's the next hurdle? Now I have to learn how to hold a conversation with the girl. If your conversation's fizzling out after 30 seconds, then that's a problem, right? So that's another hurdle we have to jump over. Okay, we'll jump over that one. Now we have to learn how to close a conversation, how to get a detail, how to get a contact, a number, an Instagram, something, an email, a fucking physical email address, right? That's the next hurdle. Okay, you finally learn that one. Now you have to learn how to get the girl out on a date, right? Okay, now you're on the date. Now you have another hurdle in front of you. Now how do I carry this date? How do I escalate this date? How do I engage this girl in conversation for hours, right? So my point is, whatever skill you're looking to learn in life, whatever aspect of your life you're looking to improve upon, there will always be another hurdle. Whether you want to get a specific car, a specific house, a specific girlfriend, a specific boyfriend, there will always be hurdles. And as soon as you start to plan ahead and you start to think too far into the future, you will experience resistance. The solution to that resistance is simply awareness. Simply look at yourself, take yourself out of your shoes, look at yourself from the third person perspective, and try to intuit, right? Give yourself the inner teaching to realize this is the next step and focus purely on that next step and nothing else, right? Once you can do that, you will start to see progress a lot faster in your life. If you want to improve your relationship with a certain person, don't worry about where the relationship has been in the past or will be in the future. Worry about where the relationship is at this certain point now, in this present moment. Because truly, I can't experience the past. I can't experience what I was talking to you about 2 minutes ago. I can't experience what happened to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. I can only experience what's happening right now. Okay? So take that information, work with it, sit with it, meditate on it, realize that there will always be another hurdle to get to your goal. And the best way to overcome that hurdle is to worry about where your feet are now. Don't worry about that hurdle 3 hurdles ahead, 4 hurdles ahead, 5 hurdles ahead. Worry about where your feet are this present moment. When you do that, success will come a lot quicker. That's all I have to say for today. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to keep going for a little bit, because when we think about these hurdles and you think about these races, these people are racing against other people. There's other participants in the race, but when you think about the race in your life, in your skill set, whether you're trying to improve your dating, whether you're trying to buy a house, buy a certain car, get a certain amount of partners, right? We tend to overthink that there's other people beside us in these races. The race is you and you alone. You are the only person running that race. Don't worry about where this guy is in his journey. He started 2 years before you. Don't worry about where this guy is. He started a year before you, right? You should worry about your lane. You know, you ever watch a race, as soon as people start to look over to the guy next to them, the guy behind them, who's right behind them, the guy passes them. Because they're not focusing about where they're going. They're too focused on the person that's beside them. They're too focused on the other racers. Worry about your race. Worry about the hurdles in front of you. Don't worry about the hurdles in front of someone else, or the hurdles in front of them, or the hurdles in front of them. They have their own hurdles. They might have started the race a year earlier than you. They might have a head start already because maybe their life forced them into that, or they just discovered it earlier. Everyone has their reasons, right? Worry about where you are in the race and where your feet are right now. Don't worry about other person's feet. Don't worry about how many hurdles they have left to go. Worry about your hurdles and your feet. That's all I have for today. So take that, sit with that. Remember, you're running the race by yourself, you alone. So you are the one who has to overcome those hurdles. Don't worry about everyone else. All right? Hope you guys have a good one. Beautiful weather out here in Toronto, so I can't complain at all. I'm grateful for every day. Take it easy.